What if you were trapped on a derelict spaceship, adrift in a cosmic anomaly where time itself has broken? A place where survival means facing not only a terrifying, invisible monster stalking the halls, but also the dark, hidden secrets of the very people you trust. The film opens on the claustrophobic, blood-soaked corridors of a spacecraft clearly in distress. We see a young girl named Duo and a battle-hardened soldier, Loman, running for their lives. Loman is severely wounded. He suddenly spins around and unleashes a desperate spray of gunfire into the darkness behind them. He forces open a nearby airlock, urging the young girl to escape. He presses a medical injector into her hand, telling her to use it only if she gets injured. As she's about to leave, he glances at the pendant around her neck. "That belonged to your parents," he says, his voice strained. "It will protect you." As the door begins to close, Duo cries out, "You have to live." It's then that Loman delivers a soul-crushing confession. He tells her that he was responsible for the infamous Sailor Valley Massacre, an event that claimed 80,000 lives, including her own parents. With a final, whispered, "I'm sorry," he seals the door, leaving her alone in the void. How did they end up here? What is hunting the crew of this ship? The answers lie 24 hours earlier. We flash back to the cargo ship, the Stargazer, as it prepares to enter a celestial stargate. The ship's navigator, Gia, is on the comms with Stargate Control. They're warning her that the Stargazer has not declared its cargo manifest or passenger count. If they don't comply immediately, their passage will be denied. Gia confronts the ship's captain, asking what kind of illegal cargo he's smuggling this time. The captain dismisses her, stating that the ship's cargo is his business alone. He then orders Loman, the same soldier from the opening, to handle the situation. Loman, fully aware of the captain's illicit activities, sees an opportunity. He demands an extra share of the profits to make this problem go away. The captain agrees, and Loman steps aside to make a call. Using his own underworld contacts at the Stargate station, he easily resolves the issue, getting them clearance. Afterward, the captain taunts Loman, reminding him that he's a wanted criminal for the Sailor Valley Massacre. Loman retorts, "I'm innocent, and you know it. Why do you keep bringing it up?" The captain ignores him and instead gives him a new task: find a passenger on board named Xiang Tian. Later, the captain and a guard investigate a dark, isolated section of the cargo hold. The captain calls out for someone he calls the twins. When there's no response, he orders the guard to open a strange, sealed container that the twins brought aboard. As the guard pries it open, a thick gas billows out. Suddenly, the guard is violently yanked into the air, as if seized by an unseen monster. The terrified captain abandons him and flees. Elsewhere on the ship, Loman is approached by a man who calls him by name. This is Xiang Tian, the very man the captain sent him to find. Loman immediately draws his weapon. Xiang Tian reveals he is a special agent with the Interstellar Investigation Bureau, and, to Loman's shock, his former comrade in arms. Loman insists he's innocent and questions why the Bureau is still pursuing him after all these years. Xiang Tian tells him that if he's truly innocent, he needs to prove it before the law. However, he clarifies that he's not here for Loman today. There is something far more dangerous on this ship, and that is his true target. Meanwhile, the frightened captain runs right into the infamous twin assassins. These women are notorious cloned assassins, artificially created and wanted by authorities across the galaxy. They have boarded the Stargazer as part of a plan to infiltrate an extraterrestrial colony. The captain frantically asks them what kind of creature killed his guard. They calmly explain that it's a priceless, genetically synthesized combat monster. The captain protests that this is highly illegal, to which one of the twins smirks and replies, "That's why we came to you." She then reveals that she is psychically linked to the monster and can control its actions. We then see Duo with her guardians. Loman is in the passenger bay, extorting extra money from the frightened travelers. He claims the ship is overloaded and he needs to buy oxygen on the black market, forcing everyone to pay up. One passenger argues, and Loman threatens to throw him off the ship. It's here he's confronted by another agent, Chen Mo, the head of the Bureau's Special Operations Unit. He asks Loman if he's working with Xiang Tian. Loman says yes, then patronizingly asks if Chen Mo has ever traveled through a Stargate before, telling him to just follow orders. At the same time, the invisible monster roams the ship, guided by the psychic commands of the twin sisters. Loman gathers the agents and lays down the law. He declares that on his ship, everyone follows his orders. If Xiang Tian wants to arrest the twins, he won't do it while they're in transit. As he walks away, little Duo approaches him. She offers him her pendant, saying, "If we're in trouble, you should have this." Loman recognizes the pendant's design and realizes her parents were also victims of the Sailor Valley incident. The woman who adopted Duo quickly pulls her away, leaving Loman deeply unsettled. Jia tells him he is, in fact, responsible for all the lives lost in that tragedy. Suddenly, alarms blare. Another spacecraft has appeared on a collision course with them, just as they are about to enter the Stargate. Laming shoves Jia aside and seizes control of the ship, pushing it to maximum velocity. Jia panics, screaming for him to stop, but he ignores her. The other ship doesn't slow down either. Just moments before a catastrophic impact, the other craft veers away, and the Stargazer narrowly escapes destruction. Loman lets out a triumphant cheer as they successfully enter the Stargate system. The passengers are overjoyed, witnessing the breathtaking, magical blue waves of the portal for the first time. They believe they are on their way to a new beginning. But just as quickly, their joy turns to terror. Red emergency lights flash, and alarms scream through the ship. All systems go offline. The central computer crashes. They have become trapped in the star abyss. The captain, a veteran of countless voyages, has never experienced this. Jia explains their horrifying new reality. When the star abyss was first discovered, the time needed to escape its distorted time-space was 30 minutes. But now, that time has expanded to over 220 million seconds. They are trapped here for 7 years. The captain then reveals the final, grim truth. The ship only has 4 hibernation pods. Not everyone can survive. Hearing this, Jia and Loman are stunned. The news spreads among the passengers, and they quickly realize the grim math. With 2 deadly assassins and armed Bureau agents on board, the ship is about to become a battleground for survival. The Stargazer was only meant to support a crew of 4 for 1 year. With 21 people on board, their resources will be depleted in just 2 months. The captain declares their only chance is the hibernation pods, which means the other 17 people must die. He plans to kill the passengers in the cargo bay, while Loman suggests they take out the twin sisters. Jia pleads with them to act like human beings, but they ignore her. Loman reminds the captain not to forget about Xiang Tian and his armed agents. Just then, 2 of Xiang Tian's soldiers locate the twin sisters. The assassins ambush them from behind, killing them with silent, deadly efficiency. Jia confronts Loman again, reminding him of the guilt he already carries. She warns him that if he lets the little girl, Duo, die, he will never forgive himself. But the captain argues that even if they do nothing, the other passengers will turn on each other, and no one will survive. At that moment, Xiang Tian attacks the assassins, engaging them in a fierce 1-on-2 battle. He quickly deduces they are clones, but they manage to outsmart him and escape. His men find their fallen comrades unconscious. Back in his cabin, Loman is haunted by memories of Sailor Valley. He tells the captain he won't choose who lives and who dies this time. He is not a saint, and his past decisions weren't all correct. This time, he will fight for everyone. He and Jia disarm the captain and take him hostage. Loman then goes to the cargo bay and addresses the terrified passengers, assuring them that if they work together, they can survive. Meanwhile, the twins decide to unleash their monster to eliminate everyone. The captain, now free, locks Loman, Jia, and all the passengers inside the cargo bay. As Jia tries to open the door, Loman senses that the strange animal is now loose. As passengers scramble in the dark, the invisible monster snatches one of them. A woman named Sumi tries to save him, but the monster attacks her as well, killing them both. When Loman and Xiang Tian arrive, they find only bloodstains. They begin firing blindly into the air, as the creature remains unseen. Sumi's body then falls from the ceiling in front of the horrified passengers. Xiang Tian realizes the twins must be transporting a self-healing, genetically synthesized monster. Loman declares they have to kill it, no matter the cost, or none of them will make it out alive. The monster attacks again, this time killing 2 female soldiers from Xiang Tian's team. It then descends on the passengers, slaughtering them indiscriminately as chaos and gunfire erupt. Loman arrives and tries to lead the survivors to safety, but the monster continues its rampage, leaving a trail of bodies. The 2 assassins, along with the captain, are by the hibernation pods. One of the sisters, the one psychically linked to the creature, begins to control it manually, making it even more intelligent and lethal in its hunt for the remaining passengers. With the cargo bay now a slaughterhouse, the other assassin heads out to finish off the rest. The captain begs her not to kill Jia, as she is the ship's only navigator. Loman and Jia set a trap for the monster. They rig a system of red lights that finally reveals the creature's silhouette, allowing them to injure it. But the monster is too fast and escapes. Loman tells Jia to get the others to safety. As Loman advances with another survivor, his companion accidentally drops a live grenade. To save Loman, the man throws himself onto the bomb, sacrificing his life. Elsewhere, the other assassin finds Xiang Tian. A brutal fight ensues. She fires a weapon at him, but the blast does nothing. He reveals he is also a bio-soldier, built for combat. With a clever move, Xiang Tian impales the assassin with a sword and demands to know how to kill the monster. She gasps that it can be killed with a powerful neurotoxin. Just then, Xiang Tian is distracted and the wounded assassin escapes. Loman is badly injured from the bomb blast. Xiang Tian finds him and helps him, showing him video evidence on a datapad that could finally prove his innocence in the Sailor Valley incident. The wounded assassin makes it back to her clone sister, who injects her with a serum that instantly heals her wounds. Jia, looking for Duo and another young girl, enters the ship's circulation chamber. Suddenly, the captain appears and opens fire on them. One of the girls is hit. They manage to hide, but the captain grabs Jia and drags her away, leaving the two children behind. Xiang Tian and Loman team up to end the threat once and for all. Xiang Tian explains that the twins are controlling the monster. His plan is to kill the assassins. Once he does, Loman must blow up the monster with a bomb, finishing everything at once. They wish each other luck and split up. Duo and the other girl are waiting for Loman in the circulation chamber when the monster appears. It kills Duo's friend right in front of her. At the same time, Xiang Tian confronts the twin assassins. He is more than a match for them, as he is a special bio-soldier. They lure him into a chamber and shut off the artificial gravity, sending them all floating. They try to inject him with the neurotoxin. They struggle, but eventually succeed, and Xiang Tian's body goes limp. But he isn't finished. With his last bit of strength, he opens the outer airlock, sucking himself into the vacuum of space. He manages to slam the door shut just before the twins are pulled out with him. Back in the circulation chamber, Loman finds Duo huddled over the body of the other girl. He is heartbroken, but relieved to find Duo alive. Just then, the monster attacks, and they run. This brings us back to the scene where the movie began. Loman provides covering fire, finally getting Duo through the airlock before turning to face the monster alone. Duo, having lost everyone, screams for Loman, unwilling to lose him too. Loman is brutally overpowered by the creature. But just as all hope seems lost, Xiang Tian returns. As a bio-soldier, he can survive in a vacuum for up to 30 minutes. He attacks the monster, managing to inject it with the neurotoxin. The creature collapses, and as it does, one of the twin assassins falls into a coma from the psychic feedback. The remaining assassin gives the captain another vial of neurotoxin, ordering him to inject the monster's body to revive her comatose sister. With no other choice, the captain agrees. As he leaves, Jia watches him. Outside, the captain pretends to be injured. When the last assassin comes to check on him, he jabs the neurotoxin into her neck, killing her instantly. Now, only 5 survivors remain. The captain, Duo, Xiang Tian, Jia, and Loman. Loman, determined to save them all, confronts the weakened monster one last time. The creature, now able to speak telepathically, threatens him. As it grabs hold of him, Loman manages to inject it with the final dose of neurotoxin and plants a bomb on its chest. The resulting explosion obliterates the monster, but Loman is caught in the blast. Duo rushes to his side and injects him with the medicine he gave her, but the captain tells her it's too late, he's gone. Finally, the remaining survivors enter the hibernation pods to wait out the next 7 years. In the final shot of the film, we see Loman, battered but alive. He looks upon the sleeping forms in the hibernation pods, a faint, weary smile on his face. And with that hopeful, yet uncertain image, the story comes to an end.